Can I talk?
Hold on. Okay, this is May 5th, 2017. And we've got, hold on a minute. We've got a little gardener snake.
And Mommy cast it.
We brought it here. So anyway, I think this is a little male because he's very, very, very colorful. I think the females are a little more bland, where the males have much more bright colors on them. So we're going to have to do a little research. Anyway, we're going to make this little snake a habitat. I've done this before for my kids, but we'll hold on a minute. I'm having a problem with this screen. We'll be back. Okay, people. So now what we're going to do is start building a little habitat for this thing. No, we're not going to drop them in. We're going to put them in just like that because we don't want to. Here's the little snake right there. No, you can't drop them in. You have to put them in nicely. We don't want to crack the bottom of the fish tank. So what are the rocks for? Do you remember?
For the habitat?
Yeah, for the habitat. It's for drainage, right? So the water will go on the bottom.
Is it for the snake?
No, it's for the plants.
For the snake?
For the plants.
Ah.
We're putting plants in here. So
Not for
they
the
can
snake.
breathe.
Yep.
They don't drown in water. They can find little pockets of what do you call it? Air in between the dirt.
It's not for the snakes.
It helps the habitat.
For the snakes.
Yeah. Good thing man I want the rocks there. Okay, so we got that. And then, hold on a minute.
First we got some wood. And some plants.
But first we're going to put some dirt in there. Because little gardener snakes like
dirt.
Yeah, well they like worms. Auntie Tisha already fed it. Auntie Tisha went out into the yard and
Backyard, I got some worms.
And got some worms. fed the little snake and it ate it right away, people.
And it only ate one.
No, it ate two because the other one's gone. There was three. She found three of them and it ate two of them.
Can I help?
I'll just put this in there like that. Here, I think I can empty this in. Alright.
So first we just need to put our hands in there. Yes.
What's that?
I guess we need to put our hand in there.
I have a spoon.
Can I do it?
Yeah. You gotta spread it around. Spread it around.
How do you do this?
Just like the way you're doing it. Okay. Here, we don't want the video to be too long, so we're going to do it quickly.
I can do it.
Just hold on, get the plant.
Do the plants?
Yeah, let's do the plants.
First, I got this one.
Okay. So we're going to put that one
Right there, I like that one right there.
right there.
Hey, look at these ones. You see these people? They're really nice.
Those ones are really nice.
Yep, I like those ones.
You like these ones?
Oh, and we got a couple of grass.
Yeah, snakes like grass.
Well, I can't even get it. Oh, look. Just got ants!
Ants?
Yeah!
Oh no.
You want those in there? for that worm.
You think so?
Yep.
Hold on a minute.
Last time an ant crawled on me. It was so tickly. So tickly.
It's ant season. Ants are everywhere now. They're a problem. Yeah.
You know what? people, that one time that ant crawled on me, I didn't like it. I turned it off.
Yeah.
Yep, but he did bite. Okay, you talk about the video games?
No.
Why?
Okay, I'm recording here, so we're doing this. Making a little snake habitat. Right. So hold on a minute.
What's the video games?
No, he said no, not right now. He doesn't want to. Okay, leave him alone.
It's nothing to do with me.
What's that?
You said you don't want him around me.
Well, not right now when everybody's fighting.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever, Marcane. Don't start with me, please. Like, seriously.
Yeah, well, it has nothing to do with me not wanting him down there.
Oh, okay. Then I'm sorry. Okay, I don't want dirt everywhere.
Sorry.
Here's a little clover.
Clover was clover. Oh.
Okay, hold on. And then we want a piece of wood in here. Because they like wood. We'll put that piece of grass over here. No, snakes. Snakes like wood.
I thought ants like wood too.
What's that?
Ants like wood too.
Well, they shed. Right? They shed, and not only do they shed, but they like to hide. Hold on a minute. Right? They need the wood. This one might be too big. Hold on. No, we don't need that many.
Wood bug.
Hmm?
Wood bug.
Well, we can put the wood bug in there. I don't know if they eat wood bugs, but they definitely like worms, people. There's a little ant running around in there, so we'll give it a little place to hide. Right.
And in here.
Hmm.
And a little spider.
A little spider.
Yeah, look.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, that one's too small.
No, people auto like spiders every time.
Okay, hold on. Right.
You know they still bite people. Wood bug. A little one. Look. A little wood bug.
Little wood bug.
Yeah. That's a strange ant.
What's that?
I saw a strange ant.
No, well, ants
Look.
can crawl out.
Look
Well,
up.
we don't particularly need ants in here because they're quite happy to eat earthworms. Right?
Oh.
Snakes will eat each other. If
Hey,
people don't know
I
that,
saw
gardener
people. I
snakes,
thought they were kind of
even though they'll stick together, they'll still eat each other. All right, now we need a couple of these,
big rocks.
just a few.
I got one. So we're making a snake habitat.
A snake habitat. That's right.
Snakes like those.
Hmm.
Snakes like those.
Okay, we gotta leave it there a little bit so it can. What do you call it?
Breathe.
Well, the plants will grow, and they like to dig in the dirt for worms. Okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that's good enough for now.
Yeah, but we'll put garden snake later.
No. Now we're gonna put the gardener snake in there. There it is, people. Do you see it?
He wants to get the people.
Oh, I don't even know if this is working. Here we go. Where is it? There it is. See it? It's just a baby one. It's just a little guy.
Put him in.
It's just a little one. You want to hold it?
No.
No?
I hate snakes.
Oh, you're going to be much more happy. Oh, there's an ant. Ugh.
I don't want him in.
Be much more happier in there. Where is he? I'm pretty sure this is a boy. Oops, there goes the screen, people.
I can't even see anything.
Did the camera kick out?
Yeah.
No,
I
it's
know.
still recording.
What is it?
There he is.
See that ton, people? It comes out and back in. Come out, back in.
Mm-hmm.
And see that little ant right there?
He's smelling the bugs. Probably gonna go hunting. He's hunting. That's what he's doing. Hunting for something. He's very happy now.
Yeah, I think we're going
He
to bring...
feels this. He says this feels much more better than being in a plastic cup. So tomorrow we'll go look for some worms. Now he's already ate 2 worms, so
But
he's not going to be
free.
that hungry, right? For a couple of days anyway.
See that ton?
Mm-hmm.
That ton's really cool.
Yeah.
What's that?
There. No. See.
I can't see him.
The last time I brought home a gardener snake, I set it up for the kids in a fish tank. A couple weeks later, Tisha's looking in the fish tank, and she's saying, "Is that a baby snake?" And the thing had like 9 babies, people. 9 babies.
And we put them
Right.
back. Oh, go
I can't remember. I think 5 survived,
He's most
and
of all
1 or 2 got eaten, and 1 died, or a couple died. So I have them, right? A couple of them that didn't get eaten, that died, and the other ones, in the end, we ended up taking them back to the area where I found the original one, and we released them when it came fall, because they go into hibernation, right?
See, let
So,
me out.
and I had so many of them, right? And they,
He's really happy.
but they will eat each other,
Mm-hmm.
but they like to
Eat ants,
hibernate together,
Yeah.
right?
but
Like you can find them, like 20 of them in one spot, depending on what's going on with their cycles. Right. So anyway, there we go. We got a little gardener snake. And here is our little apple tree. That's the only one out of 13 that survived. What I noticed is that when they're in the growing stage, they don't like chlorinated water. They like unchlorinated water, because as they were growing, some of them were growing and whatever, like most of them were growing, but then at times I would give them water from the tap. Now,
Yeah.
whether it was the different temperature change and compared to the air, or whether it was the chlorine, or maybe both, it seemed to kill the apple tree, where this one was on Andre's windowsill that got strictly fish water tank, like water from the fish tank, when we had Fred in there. And as you can see, it's doing really, really well. So I'm going to put it back there.
yeah, and
It's not even 6
after
months
the
old yet.
shaker,
Yeah, we're just going to let it stay there, but then I can't give it chlorinated water, because I'm afraid if I give it chlorinated water straight from the tap, it will kill the tree, because it's not hardy enough yet to process maybe the chlorine. So apple seeds are very sensitive in the seedling stage. So there's, we don't
Fred.
have, well, no, that's not Fred. Fred is outside. Hold on a minute. There we go. Fred is outside. This snake doesn't have a name yet. I gotta confirm that it's
No,
a boy first. I'm pretty sure it's a boy because it's very bright in terms of colors. But I'll have to Google it. So anyway, Andre and I, this is what we're going to work on in terms of a little school project, right? We're going to start a little book on snakes. Okay, people. Uncle John's chair. Think about him every day, people, all day long. I miss him moving around. I miss him doing the morning watch. I just miss him, people. Like every day. I still talk to him. So anyway, it's May 10th, 2016. Yesterday was May 9th. I've done 2 full days in the yard. Prior to that, I had a rest, and then I was in the yard for a day or 2. Then I had a rest, and then I was in the yard. So anyway, we're going into day 3 now. And like I said, I have to get these seeds into the ground. I have to get some started in little containers and just throw some in the ground. So we're going to do a little something different today. I haven't uploaded this yet, but always something scratching in the background. That's the cat eating. Psst. Get out of here. So I'm going to get dressed. And once I'm out there, even though I don't want to be out there, I'll be out there till 8:30 tonight. 9 o'clock. I came in at 8:30, 9 o'clock last night. Night before, same thing, 8:30. It's like going on 2:30. So by the time I'm done this little video, I'm going to go get dressed. And I'm going to go outside. And then I'm going to show you little clips of what I'm doing with Andre in terms of the types of seeds that we're planting. You don't know about this, but we have a little gardener snake. So I will add that into this video, which I haven't converted over yet. And we got this little snake a couple days ago, about 4 or 5 days ago. So we're going to get some worms, because it's hungry, right? And it's getting a little more comfortable with its environment here. It's right, the fish tank is right here. And it's been coming out and moving around. So we're going to get it some worms today. I'm going to obviously clean the pond one more time with that bucket of water. I'll show you what I'm doing. And start some seeds. So I have to get some, little containers, put some dirt in there, and, open up some packs. So I'm kind of gathering up what I want. We're going to do that. And then I always get sidetracked, so I'll go off and do something else. I'll show you what I did yesterday, right? A little bit. And, I'm in the dilemma with this raccoon, which you haven't seen yet because I discovered it yesterday in my shed out there in the front, that my son helped me to drag across the street when the guy that owned the house over there sold it and he didn't want it anymore. So my son dismantled it and dragged it over and put it back together. Right, I helped a little bit. He's stronger, so he did the majority of it. So anyway, the raccoon, a mother raccoon, maybe the same one that had babies in there last year. Last year, I had babies in the X Club, right? This year, I've got them in my shed because I heard them after I clicked off the video to show you that what's in my shed. So there goes less storage, and not only there goes less storage, but what's in storage I can't get to because I'm afraid of being attacked. Not because the animal is vicious, it's just that she's got babies and she's petrified and, she's being tossed off by everybody in the community, in other words, just don't feed them. Well, that's why they get into stuff, and they will eat, what do you call this? I had little salt and pepper shakers in the X Club after I cleaned it and everything, and remember that little part up there where it was getting in? It was chewing off the pepper shaker, trying to get into the container to eat the pepper. That's how hungry they are, people. Using mothballs, scattering mothballs around my yard is not something that I particularly want to do to distract away from raccoons. I don't know if coyote urine would work. I'd have to order it online. It would be a hit and miss. And even then, it only lasts for so long. And those little buggers, they're so sociable, right? So I don't know if this mother raccoon is the same raccoon that was in there. I don't know if I've got raccoons in my freaking wood. I don't know how many raccoons live on my property. Okay? Freaking cats. They're getting hissy. Boots needs to get fixed or be given away. He's spraying everywhere. It's disgusting, and he's aggressive. And you can't pick him up, you know. Boots, too, is still running around, scrounging around for food. I don't know how many raccoons live in my woodpile. A month ago, there was raccoons in my woodpile. I would assume there's still raccoons in my woodpile. But then I have now a mother raccoon with her babies in my shed out there that's tearing everything apart. And I'm like, oh my God, that's the last thing I freaking need right now, people, is to go into that shed in 2 months from now after she removes herself with these babies. And, you know, everything in there is all torn up and I have to wash again. Like, this is bullshit. So anyway, I'm not a mean person, right? I'm just not a mean person. So I just, you know, I can't justify grabbing a handful of mothballs and throwing them in my shed to flush her out with these babies when in fact she really has no place to go. Right? Because even though raccoons are determined as a wild animal, they're not. They're domesticated. They depend on human beings to look after them, right? In terms of feeding them and cleaning up after their shit and providing proper housing for them. And spaying and neutering and giving them rabies shots to keep them healthy. Because I don't know what I'm coming into contact. You know, they carry different kind of worms in their feces and all this shit. I still have to clean up behind there, right? My neighbors had the problem, you know, one time they had them underneath the porch. They had to dig out everything. And then the guy came in with a big dump truck full of dirt and filled it all back up because they burrowed underneath his porch into the ground and made themselves a little nest in there. Right? Moved into his boat over there, trashed his boat, shit all over his boat. So then he had to throw mothballs. So once he threw mothballs in his boat, they all moved into my yard. So I'm going to attempt to pull out one container from that shed anyway, because she's ripping into the bags, and if she knocks it over and it opens up, everything's going to fall out, and everything's nice and clean right now. Like, there's Andre's blocks and stuff like this, right? Stuff that I just don't want to give away yet, because one, he can still play with them. Two, I'm more than likely going to have another, well, I am going to have, I'm not more than likely, I'm going to have another grandchild. My daughter is pregnant. So before I give away too many toys to have to replace them on a credit card, I'm trying to store them out of sight, out of mind. But the raccoons are moving in and tossing everything around. And we know when things start tossed around, what happens? So they have them in May, June, July. They were not going to start leaving. They're gonna, you know, and that's another thing. How is she getting in? I think there's only one spot that she can get in. How the babies are going to get out from that one spot, I don't know. Because it's too high. And she's petrified, right? You'll see, I'll show you, right? You'll see, she's looking, ooh, right? But you don't want to piss them off. I can tell you that right now. So, I'm not mad, like, at the animal. I'm mad at the situation. Now, there are some numbers that I can call, the trapper, but, you know, you can't rely on trappers because they'll trap the animals and just move them 4 blocks away and release them 4 blocks away. Or even 20 blocks away or 50 blocks, you know what I mean? You're not solving the problem. You're just giving that problem to somebody else. And you're stressing out the animal. Animals, more than one. So I have to work around the raccoons. I have a whole family here, people. I have the mother with her babies living over there, and I have the brothers and the father and whatever else living over here in my woodshed. And they're all hungry. With nothing to eat. Because the city doesn't like to look after them. So I got this number for this animal biologist that works for the province. Right? To call. To make inquiries as to just what this person's ideas are in regarding to raccoons. Right? And I'm going to really stress to this board director when I catch up to him, right, that we need to really foster pet program through the foundation to bring in some money to help with this situation, because I know I'm not the only one in freaking all of Surrey that has a problem with this. You know? So, gotta have to build a little program. Because these things are like, they think, right? They try and communicate with you. And they depend on you. Like a dog or a cat or a child. I've read, I've heard, I don't know where I got the information from. But apparently, a raccoon will have the intelligence as high as a 3-year-old. Maybe even more. In terms of just coexisting within a family unit, right? Except they're wild for the most part, because you know they're tossed off to the side and they're expected to fend for themselves. You can domesticate raccoons. People have them for pets if they find them as babies and whatnot, right? So, you know, they need shelter that isn't like other people's belongings, right? If you made them like a den or something, like a hen house, or you know, different little cubbies or something, and put their food in there, and you know, and gave them rewards for going in there, and you could actually, what I'm trying to say is you can actually train a raccoon. I'm pretty sure you can train a raccoon to coexist in certain environments that as human beings you create, like a habitat, right? Like this snake. To get them out of your yards. And trap them and spade and neuter some of them. You don't have to spade and neuter all of them, but you can spade and neuter at least 50%, if not more, to control the population. And inoculate them for rabies and check them for worms and that kind of crap. You know? Teach them how to go to the bathroom like in a litter box in one spot and freaking pay people to clean it and dispose it properly. I phoned up the city. I said, what am I supposed to do with this raccoon shit? Where do I put it? Because technically you're not supposed to throw it in the garbage. But where else the fuck am I going to start walking through the neighborhood with buckets of freaking raccoon shit to go throw it in the fucking field over there? Ugh. So I'm pretty choked about that. So I'm not going to worry about it other than I'm going to try and grab one container out of there today, like real fast, with a stick on, because I don't want to get, jumped by this raccoon trying to protect her babies, right? But then on the other hand, I don't want my container full of Andre's clean toys scattered all over that room or that shed. which I can't use now for at least 3 months until she leaves with the babies. Right? Leave the door open, and the home. I'm really afraid that some homeless person is going to come in there, and like, what do? Do I lock her in, and then she goes nuts because she can't get out? Like, how is she getting in? How is she getting out? Is she coming in from underneath the floorboards? I don't know. But I'm a little concerned about some homeless person going in there in the middle of the night, rattling around, and all of a sudden, right? Oh, God. Okay, let me go get dressed, and then we'll go do a little bit of outside stuff. Okay, people. This is May 9th, 2017. I'm out in the yard, as I said I would. I've just finished converting a video, but I need to get up in here and clean this up. Obviously, you can see it was trashed around. I thought it was a homeless person, but in fact, it's a little raccoon that's in here, people. I've seen its face. It's hiding down in there. How it got in here, I don't know, because I really thought, oh my God, I really thought that I insulated it so it couldn't get in. I was trying to keep the rodents out. This little guy, oh, there it is. It's looking at me. Where is it? It doesn't know what to think. Andre, go away. Go away. Its face is right there. There. Where is it? Do you see its ear, people? There. Do you see it moving? There he is. Do you see him? Well, what am I supposed to do with this? I mean, obviously, it doesn't know what to think. How did you get your butt in here? You made yourself... Are you a mommy? Oh, my God. What if it has babies? I hear something in there, people. Oh, my God. Do you hear? Those are babies.
They have babies in there, right?
There's babies in there.
I guess we're just gonna have to get rid of it.
No, there's babies in there. You can't... The mother will attack you. There's babies... No, you can't go in there. You can hear them. We went through this last year. No, be careful, Shamae. She's in the corner over there. I don't know how the hell she got in there. I really don't. Maybe she came up from the floor or something. Huh? Oh my God, people. Here I'm going through this again. How am I supposed to get her out of here? Where is she gonna go? She's tearing up... iPhone... Andre, please. iPhone... Hold on a minute. Okay, so outside now. There's some onion seeds, leek seeds. Seeds from my yard, right? So I'm going to just throw some of those in the ground today. Some of this stuff in here is flowers and... Oh, something flying around my ear. Bzzz. Bloody bees or something. See, some of these are little flowers, right? So I have these planter pots with black walnut seeds in them. So I think I'm just going to sprinkle a few of these into them. Because I don't know, it can take up to 2 years for a black walnut seed to actually root. See, I got some more here. I'm trying to start some little black walnut trees. And then other miscellaneous old vegetables, seeds. Technically, oh yes, and I'll do some of these. These are old back in the day when Uncle John was still in the house. Right, you can see, so I'll take a few packs and I'll put them in little batches, right? Just kind of speckle them throughout the yard. Right. I don't have a lot of places to plant food, per se, out in the front. A little bit in here. But anyway, I'll be back. Oh, but before I do that, I hear the babies. I can hear them chirping in here. I'm telling you, people, I don't know what to do. I cannot afford to have Andre's toys get completely ruined. I'm scared to open this thing. I don't think they're old enough to leave the nest yet. See, I put some things back in there, but it's all on this side that she knocked over, right? I think that's where she's getting in. Right there. Okay, people. I told you we'd do a little something different today. Right? Right now I'm out here by myself. But my daughter is coming out and my grandson's coming out. But in the meantime, it looks like it's going to start raining here pretty soon. This camera's a little lower than I expected it to be. So what we got going here is Swiss chard. Swiss chard seeds from my plant that I had here last year. So I came out here, I don't know, about a month ago, and I threw some seeds out. Not too many took, so I just put a whole bunch more in there. And now I'm getting some dirt. And I'm going to cover it up. Right? Can you see me? And then we're going to move on to the next patch. I got some leek seeds from last year from leeks, right? So we're going to move from this spot. We're going to go move to the leeks, and we're going to plant some seeds with the leeks, right? I have a little garlic patch and a little leek patch. So in the meantime, first we're going to finish with some of this Swiss chard. So just getting a little bit of dirt over top. Yes, I'm thinking about Uncle John all the time, people. Right? It's kind of maddening, really, when you think about it. You know, that's what I'm going to say to the judge. Do you really want to leave my family in limbo? Right? Because if it gets thrown out of court, that's all it's going to be, people. It's just, we're still going to be in limbo. Right? Talking about this stuff in 5 years from now. Saying how I still miss Uncle John. Right? On to lawsuit number 8. Right? So we're just putting a little bit of dirt on top of these, and then what will happen is that they're coming in, I can always take them out and put them elsewhere. But there's other places that I'm going to be putting these, right? I have the other side of the house there that they grow quite nice in there. Normally I don't use slug bait, but this year I'm going to, because Swiss chard seems to be one that slugs like to eat. Not kale. Kale gets aphids more than anything. And all you have to do is just use the gingicide for that, and that works. Okay, so let me take off these gloves and then we'll go on to the next patch. Hold on. Okay, people. May 11th, 2017. There's those 2 other fish. The ones that the turtle didn't want. Right, turtle says, it's time to move on. So anyway, we're gonna put them in the pond here in a second. Hold on. Okay. So we're just gonna pop these babies in here. Whoa! I don't know where we are, people. Can you see me? Let's give it a bit of time here. Hopefully the raccoons won't get these. A little different than living in a fish tank with a turtle. One's in. Oh, there we go. the screen, people. I don't know. Are they going to be safe in here, or are they going to be dinner? Where are we? Can't really see. Oh, what can I see? You can't see nothing. Where are they? I don't see anything. I see the fish, but I don't see them in the screen. This screen, this computer's no good anymore. Or this camera's no good. Oh. Anyway, they definitely stand out. I'm a little worried. I'm slightly a little worried. I don't know if there's a hiding spot. I know Fred is in there, but he hides under the rocks. Right. These raccoons are bad. Hmm.